श्रीमती रामानुजाय नमः। श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं दीभक्त्यादिगुणार्णवं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजा मातरं मुनिं लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यम् अच्युतपदां भुजयुग्मरुक्म व्यामोहतस्ततितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. Namaskaram to all. Continuing our journey on this 108 Divya Deshangal. In this part, we will see one of the temple from the Malay Nadu, which is the region of Kerala today, which is called as the Malayala Deshangal, which is the area of all the temples, around 13 temples in Kerala. And one of the temple called Tirunavai is the one which we are going to see in this particular part. Normally, the Malayala temples, the temples which are there in the 13 temples, have got certain unique differences compared to the other Divya Deshangals, even within India. Be it a structure, normally the Garbhagrahams will be in a round shape. The temples will not have electric lamps. They always use the normal ghee lamps full of temples. And when they are doing the archanas or anything, they don't do it very loudly. They do sitting very close to Emperaman, and we don't hear. Also, when they give the chantan and kumkum or anything, they don't give it out and touch the hands. They just spray it with a betel leaf or some that type. So they are very much. You could see that experience when we visit these type of temples in Kerala. And many of them are on banks of certain rivers. There are some of the Divya Stalangals, because there are many of the rivers and water flowing in Kerala. So these are few unique. And one such temple is Tirunavai. Tirunavai means Navai is, earlier this is called as the Navayogi Stalam. Yogi means saints. Nava is 9. So 9 saints temple is what in the past it was called, and then later it was called as Navai. That means it refers to 9 saints who has done the tapa towards Emperaman Sriman Narayanan at this talam. Each one of them, they got the anugraham of Emperaman. He himself showing his posture there. And after the 9 saints did this tapa here, this temple got formed here, and Emperaman stayed here, is the history tells, and that's why this particular temple is called as Tirunavai. And the Emperaman here is called as Tirunavai Mukundan. Mukundan is normally termed as he who takes us to Sri Vaikuntham Moksham. That's the reason people also, some of them, they term this as Navai, means it's actually a small boat. Emperaman himself staying here as a boat to take us to the great Sri Vaikuntham Moksham is also a term. And the Tayar here is called Sri Malarmangai Tayar, Sri Lakshmi Tayar is what this. There is a story because how this temple got Pratishtai here. Who made the Pratishtha, you will see that the 9 saints, one by one, they did tapa towards Emperaman. And the Emperaman making his appearance before them one by one. So basically the 8 saints one by one, they did first. Each of them one by one, they got Emperaman's appearance, and they did the idol Pratishtha of this Emperaman. And when next day, when they opened this door, temple door of Emperaman, Emperaman was no more there. This happened for 8 saints one by one. And it was a very unique, the saints could not understand what happened to Emperaman, who showed his appearance and gave the anugrahams for the saints. But then the next day, the idol was not there. The 9th saint did the same tapa. And Emperaman gave the anugraham, the appearance to this 9th saint also. And then the saint did immediately, he opened the temple door. And at that point of time, we could see that one Emperaman is just going inside the earth up to his knee is already inside the earth, and his from the knee up to his Tirumudi, we could see that posture. So now the saint understood what happened to the other 8 idols which got those saints had. Probably the Emperor went inside the earth and we could not see. But now this saint, as he opened, by the time Emperor was getting inside the earth up to the knee, then he stopped there because the saint opened the door, and then to the prayer of these particular saints, Emperor stayed in the same posture. Today, if we go to Tirunavai, this is a place where we will see only up to knee on above the earth, and the whole of the Tiruvadi of Emperor is inside the earth. And that is the posture on a standing posture. Emperor Sri Mukundan is giving the darshan in Sri Navai. And that's why this place is called as 9 saints made their effort and made their tapa towards Sriman Narayana and got the anugraham of Sriman Narayana, and Sriman Narayana stayed there into this particular temple after the 9th saint did that one. So this is called as the Navai, Navayogi Stalam. The 9 saints temple is what that it is being called today. There is also another uniqueness of this particular temple. Normally in the Malaynadu, the Kerala Divya Stalams of Emperor Tayar do not have a separate Sannidhi. We would have seen that in the all other Divya Stalams, Tayar always have a Sannidhi. We go to Thiruvarangam or any other Divya Stalam, Tayar Sannidhi is there. But in the 13 Malayala temples, normally Tayar is with Emperor and there is no separate Sannidhi for Tayar. But this is a unique temple in Tirunavai in Kerala where Tayar has got a separate Sannidhi also. There is a small history or a story behind that. Emperor's great devotee is Gajendra Varadan, which is an elephant. There is a story because he became a great devotee when this Gajendra Varadan was hurt by a crocodile. To get rid of that one, he prayed to Sriman Narayana and made a Sharanagati, and Sriman Narayana came and rescued Gajendra Varadan. Since then, he is a great devotee of Sriman Narayana, Gajendra Varadan. And in this particular place, Gajendra Varadan was doing the flower garlands and the puja with flowers to Emperor and Tayar. He used to go and pluck flowers and then come and give it to Emperor. So while he was doing so, Perivaratiya Sri Lakshmi saw that one, and then she went and made a little bit of a competition with Gajendra Varadan. So before Gajendra Varadan could pluck the flowers, she went and plucked all the flowers and she did the puja to Emperor. So Gajendra Varadan could not get the flowers, and then he cannot compete with Tayar. So he went and requested Emperor, I cannot compete with Tayar, and she is competing with me in this Pushpa Kainkariam, and I would like to do the Pushpa Kainkariam, and he requested Emperor. So Emperor with a big smile, he saw Perivaratiyar, and he asked why she is competing with Gajendra Varadan. He is a devotee and he would like to do the Pushpa Kainkariam to us. In fact, you should also be together with me and accept this Pushpa Kainkariam from Gajendra Varadan, and so please stay into this place. And that's how he showed the posture both to Gajendra Varadan and also to Sri Lakshmi, and Tayar stayed there and accepted the Pushpa Kainkariam of Gajendra Varadan, and that's why there is a Sannidhi also today for Tayar into this particular temple of Tirunavai. So this is the 2 instances. One is the 9 saints who made their tapa, and because of that, the Tirunavai temple got formed, and also Tayar stayed there on the instruction of Emperor, and there is a separate Sannidhi for Tayar with Gajendra Varadan doing the Pushpa Kainkariam, which is the flower puja to both Tayar and Emperor into this temple. And that is the greatness where we could get the blessings of both Tayar and Emperor, and also the 9 saints who made their efforts there, and get the blessings of those saints also. In terms of the features of this particular temple, there are a few. This temple is in the banks of a river called Bharatapura. There is a river that is flowing around that. That's why they say that one, the boat, Emperuman is like a boat into this river and taking us to Sri Vaikuntham. Navai means it's a small boat, is also another meaning for Navai. Bharatapuzha is a very, very, very pure river, sacred. How sacred it is termed that the rituals being done in Kashi, we go all the way to Kashi and do certain type of rituals there. And those who cannot go there, they can go to this banks of this Bharatapuzha in Tirunavai. And when they do those rituals, it is equivalent to doing that in Kashi. And there are many of the people in the southern part or where they cannot go to Kashi for a longer journey. They go to Tirunavai and they could do these rituals in Tirunavai in Bharatapuzha river. And such is the purity of this particular river. And because of the anugraham of Emperuman who is staying there, these type of rituals are accepted as an equivalent to what is being done in Kashi. And the other features, as we saw, that one Emperuman is in a standing posture, but only up to knee. And you would not see the Tiruvadi of Emperuman. Tiruvadi of Emperuman is inside. And that is one of this unique posture. And while in the standing posture, mostly in many of the Kerala, except for 2 Kerala Tirusthalam of these 13, where Emperuman is in the lying posture, most of the other ones, Emperuman is in the standing posture, and he's always with his 4 hands. We call it out as the Chaturbhujan. Chaturbhujan means with the broad shoulders and the 4 hands, where he holds the weapons and also the Sanghu and Chakram. The Chakra and Changu are there on his both the hands, and you can have the darshan of Emperuman with those weapons. Many of those Kerala temples have got this feature. And one of the unique feature of this particular temple, of this 13 temple, is that most of the Kerala temples, the Garbhagraham will be in the round shape or a semicircle shape. But here the Garbhagraham is like any other temple, like it's in square shape, is what very uniqueness being told. And the other uniqueness is Tayar having in this particular temple a separate Sannidhi is unique in Kerala temples. We have seen that in the other Divya Sthalangal, but in this particular place, that is one of the uniqueness. And also the tower is called as the Veda Vimanam, and the Bharatapuzha river itself, which is called a Chengamala Saras, which is the Tirtham, the river, the water river, that is the Tirtham in this particular temple. And Emperuman is in the standing posture, and we could get the darshan of Emperuman. On the Alvargals doing Mangalasasanam here, 2 Alvars have done the Mangalasasanam, Tirumangaya Alvar and Nammalvar. Nammalvar being from the Alvar Tirunagari, from the southern part, he has done the Mangalasasanam of many of those temples in this region of Kerala. And Tirumangaya Alvar also has done the Mangalasasanam, but Nammalvar has done one full 10 Pashurams, 11 Pashurams on this particular temple. And one of the Pashuram states, Arukkum Vinayayana Ahattavanai Niruttum Manathundriya Chindayanarku Verithan Malarcholegal Shul Tirunavai Kurukkum Bahayundugolo Kudiyerke. So he states the beauty of Tirunavai with so much of a beautiful garden and flowers. And in that place where he is staying, the Emperuman is staying, and later in the Pashurams, he states that when he will go and get the blessings of Tayar and Emperuman who is staying there to go to Moksham and get to Sri Vaikuntham, is what Nammalvar is praising about this temple. I think we can also visit there and get the blessings of Tayar and Emperuman, Sri Mukundan, and get the praptam of going to Sri Vaikuntham or Moksham and get the blessings of Tayar and Emperuman. And that is the features of this particular temple, Tirunavai. We will see more in our journey from our next part. Srimade Ramanujaya Namaha. Alvargal Tiruvadigalai Sharanam, Emperumanar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam, Jiyar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam, Acharyan Swami Tiruvadigalai Sharanam.